Today we're drawing mermaids. I am tired of doing emotes. They're not done yet, but I'm not drawing them right now. I try hard. You liked it a little bit. You liked all the attention. That's why we're streamers, right? We crave attention. No? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. Yeah. The computer is doing just fine so far. Knock on wood. I'm gonna sit. Yes, the computer's doing fine. Everything's going good. We're gonna start by sketching out the background. Okay. We're actually gonna do perspective drawing here. I'm gonna hate it. Trying to estimate where the eye line is. Just kind of by like feel. And straight line. I'm really bad with straight lines. For some reason my eyes don't like every time I look at a straight line, part of my brain goes, nah, it is not. Okay. So this is kind of a 2-point perspective in which one way is going this way. We're just gonna cheat a little bit, okay? Perspective drawing is really fucking hard when you're doing it from a picture and not from like an actual thingamajig. just... There we go. Okay. This is taking a lot of concentration. That's why I'm being so quiet right now. Those two lines. Yeah, it's pretty much maximum focus over here. I don't know who he is, but hello to everyone who's watching with Gakko while you guys play Magic. I'm gonna try to be the most distracting thing possible so that people get distracted and they lose. And by people, you know exactly who I mean. And he also knows exactly who I mean. I am expecting some potentially angry Discord messages later. I'm gonna take the eraser tool and we're gonna make it really big because I'm just gonna erase everything on this. Come on. There we go. I am the best. Hope you guys have had a good time. I am really sad that we couldn't go up this weekend. We've been so busy and we needed a weekend at home. We're starting on Mermaid. We're drawing mermaids in bathtubs, which is exciting. And I'm practicing backgrounds and perspective drawing. I hate it. Anything new that happened since yesterday? There hasn't been a ton. Okay, this line is in fact not entirely parallel, like perpendicular. This different line altogether. Okay. Kind of judging how high this should be. Also going to be where the walls are. Also, Art and I were watching Food Wars today right before the stream. And it's not erasing. watching Food Wars the other day, today, and right before the stream, and we're at this episode where it's an anime about cooking, and they're trying to cook the best fried chicken because this other fast food fried chicken restaurant has kind of taken over their territory because it's closer to the trains and the bus route. So what they do is they go over to the other shop and they're testing out the chicken to try out the competition, and they bring up how the packaging is very pretty so that it would appeal to women, and Art just starts laughing, and it's not a joke, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? He goes, I'm thinking about all the times when you didn't let me throw something out because the packaging was really pretty. And it was me. Okay. Okay, I have to hit pause on this really quick. I'll still be here and I'm still talking. I just have to do some quick technical support stuff. And we kept the box. You make it sound like I hoard empty boxes. I do not. Homie. And most of the time, it's like cell phone boxes, okay? Because like when you get, and we haven't had a lot of those, but when you get like a new piece of tech or in a cell phone, they make it cool, they open cool, and they're all presentable really nice, and I like that. Just had to very briefly restart my computer for a hot sec. I've been having a few technical issues. I have an appointment. Kind of on here. I just started humming, and then I realized that you guys couldn't even pick that up. But it was probably good, because although it was just some random tune, it might have been copyrighted. I don't know. Just so many weird things that your brain will just pull from nowhere. Like, I think it was on the family vacation last year. I kept humming a song, and I couldn't figure out where the song was from until Gakko actually pointed out that it was like the end, the end theme to the second season of Adventure Time. And I haven't watched Adventure Time in years. Okay. Cool. She's probably half serious. She's probably like, I do want to see what she says. But don't talk about me, because I'm here. Okay. I'm gonna restart the program. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want to see how my desktop looks? Art hates it because he says I have too many files on it. Look at all the files. I'm realizing there's so many files. Okay, there we go. I did. I saved a a lot of reference images, okay? Cluttered it right back up. Okay. We were doing perspective, and I was talking about how much I hate it, because I hate perspective drawing. Also, I feel like there's a lot less space here than there is here, but it's probably just because I haven't finished sketching it yet. I spent 2 weeks cleaning up my computer and organizing it and using the external hard drive and doing all the things that I was supposed to do. Okay? I did. And then it got messy again, and that's not my fault. It's just something that happened. Oh my god. Now, normally if I was drawing this like in person, I would be like moving my pencil around in the air to figure out where these diagonal lines are. But I'm not doing that because this is digital and it's harder to do that with just my eyes. I mean, with just my eyes, like here, doing this. Is this line somehow end up curved? I tried to pick like a simple background for this first mermaid sketch, as I'm actually gonna try to do 30 mermaid sketches. 31, however many there are. This one's easy, it's just a straight line because it's a corner, and I still fucked it up. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Can't use swear words today. Stream is marked as mature. That's right. Can't. Why is this line? It's not. Okay. I can do it. Straight line. Did it work? I think so. That was a struggle. That was a struggle I was not ready for. Got down this line. Actually, I should draw. This line is just going to be parallel with this one. Let's just. Okay. Here. Boop. Boop. That's how it. Line up, straight line down, and that's a bathtub! Hooray! When it's just really, yeah, the boop does make it scientific. That's how you know I am a professional, when I add sound effects when I draw. I even do that alone. When it's just like a little bit of perspective where it's like this tiny corner, it's okay to cheat a little bit. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. I really should actually use perspective lines. Okay. Well, the wall. Okay. Using the perspective lines. Doing it. I got mad at me because last mermaid I did a whole really cool bathroom background scene, and then he realized I didn't do any perspective lines. And he was like, why? Why didn't you? And it was because the background was full of plants, and I figured all the organic lines would hide the fact that I didn't use any actual perspective measurements. And it did for most of it until I pointed it out, and he loves to remind me of it. It was my mistake to point it out. Should have never revealed my secret. The pipes didn't even need to be in perspective. You're thinking about the year before. I'm talking about the year of 2021. You are thinking of the year 2020. I have done so many mermaids that we're getting them confused. I'm really concerned because I don't actually do a lot of challenges throughout the year. So my Instagram is essentially, I post in October for Drawtober, and then I post in May for Mermaid. So at any given point, you either think I draw only creepy black and white images or only mermaids, and not the best thing. Okay, now I'm gonna do circle. I'm gonna continue to set it to 20, and I'm doing like this outer circle here, so it has to touch the wall. I'm realizing that I should probably put like some more like guidelines here so that I have points where the circle touches the oval, the ellipse. That's something you do learn in college art classes, is all of the fancy pretentious names for all of the shapes. You can't go in and be like, oh, well, I drew this sized oval for the lid of the mason jar in my painting. You have to call it an ellipse. Or else you get in trouble. I may have learned that the hard way. Okay. Real quick, let's just... that's not too bad. Okay, that's not terrible. The most interesting part of the streaming. Oh no, I forgot that the... Oh wait. Oh. That the tool for this is both. Okay. What if we just did... Okay. Oh no, I should put this on a different layer so that I can edit it without messing up my extremely nice perspective lines. Okay. And we're also gonna get rid of the aspect ratio. We don't need to deal with that. Not a fan. Could just draw the oval. Trying to use more of these digital tools. Fuck it. I'm just gonna draw the oval. God damn. I'm sorry. Didn't talk like that. And let's set it to 20. Okay. Holding my breath. Stop. Getting within half an inch of the tablet screen. Probably not very good for my eyes. I'm not gonna put them anyway, right? Not like I'm not basing my entire life off a skill where I need my eyes. Why would I do that? I'd say that's pretty close. And now we do the inside part where it's like all thin up there. Aw, thanks. Okay. Oh. Oh, and now I hate it. And now I hate it. I know it only looks like this because I haven't put in the shading, so it just looks like a weird outlined circle, and it doesn't look like the lip, but now I hate it. Now I hate it a lot. Bottom of the bathtub, even though it's not something you'll be able to see once I put the whole mermaid in. Still an important thing to mark down so I know how far down her butt goes. The bathtub. I'm not gonna put any of these things. We're just gonna ignore those, pretend they don't exist. That was all of the round parts. We're gonna put in this pillar. I don't know why the pillar exists, in all honesty, but some people have things like that in their bathroom, and we're gonna draw it. See, this doesn't look too far off. I wanted to do like the close-up image of it to kind of have like the mermaid in the bathtub and very close-up cropped image. Makes it look more believable as like a just a random bathtub photo. People still do that. My parents took pictures of us in the bathtub for children, like very little. Just because I guess bath time was cute at the time. Okay. You know what? That's a fair point. I'd hope I'd find out if you did before this continued on. I'd hope that you would have the courtesy to let me know. I'm drawing that's not what I wanted. I'm drawing the skeleton of the floor right now on another layer so that I can lay out the tiles in perspective. My perspective is much more flat. This is a more like angled photo. I didn't want to do it for angled photo. What? Did I change the setting? No, I didn't. Okay. Just using the mouse to do this part, and I guess I took my finger off of the trackpad for a hot second. No. Actually. There we go. That's no, it's just me being like, just having a hard time with the angles, and then I'm using the trackpad, so I'm using like my thumb to steady my hand against the side of the MacBook, and then I'm holding down with one finger, and then moving around with a second finger, and then my third finger will sometimes like dip down and touch, and then the computer's like, oh, so you wanted to stop at that point, and I'm like, I did not, please don't, no. So I'm essentially just going to draw all of these lines parallel to this blue line as much as possible. This first blue line over here. I did not ask. I guess if you double tap on your trackpad, it brings up the eyedropper. I did not know that. I don't like how far that panel, or that file, or how wide it's going to end up being. I did not ask. I used to teach technical support. Not teach technical support. I used to be a technical support agent, and yet I struggle with technology all the time. That interview, when I took that job, was a phone interview, which was probably good, because if they had wanted me to do an in-person interview and they're like, oh, show us some of the things you know about computers, because I knew even less at that time, I would not have gotten that job. It is. Ah. Ooh. Trying to evenly space them apart on this purple line. I did not do that there. Oh. Do you know that sidewalks are supposed to be wide enough to hold two people walking side by side so that you can like pass? I had to learn that in art class when I was learning how to draw outside environments with perspective, because you also have to know how wide things are. You have to learn how wide a person is so that they can fit inside a doorway, so you draw your doorways proportional to how they're supposed to be. And while all this stuff is super neat and fun and kind of cool to know, it is not the kind of knowledge I thought I would learn when I was in drawing classes. Weird things you pick up. My high school teacher taught us about why pencils were yellow. Pencils are yellow because back when it used to be made out of lead, the best lead that you could get was from the East. I don't know if it was China specifically, but this was like the 1800s, so it was just called the Orient at the time. And yellow was supposed to be a color that symbolized the East, and it was supposed to, if you had yellow pencils, it was supposed to be advertising that you had good quality lead because you got your lead from the direct supplier out in the East. Well, everyone started doing their pencils as yellow, and it became very common, so it's no longer a factor. Actually, all of the art pencils I've used have either been almost untreated wood, so that they're easy to kind of like scrape off, or they've got just like a gloss finish over the unfinished wood, and those are like art pencils that you can kind of get. The other ones I had for my high school art class, we got special art pencils, and they were Faber and Castell, I think that's how it's pronounced. They're like really nice fancy art pencils, and they are striped. vertically down the pencil, so they're a silver and blue finish, and I always really liked those ones. I think I still have actually like some of the nubs from my sophomore year of high school when I took my first drawing class. Because they're sentimental. They're trash, but they're sentimental trash. Okay. Now that I have drawn all of these lines, blue, and then draw them in green. Only at select point. And I didn't perfectly measure the perspective for these lines right here, but that's okay. Because as you can see from the reference image, they're mostly covered up by shadow. And those floor tiles are much bigger than the floor tiles I drew, but that's also okay, because no one is ever going to look at this reference image again outside of this stream. Aha. Done. I'm already trying to stop a whole breakdown in my head of these tiles aren't perfect. Ah! Could make them pattern floor tiles, but I don't think I want to. This layer, and ta-da! It doesn't look like it's in perspective at all! But because we're doing this on the computer, we can do something really cool, and it's very much cheating. Just trying to adjust the perspective of them a little bit so that they match better with the overall perspective of the drawing. Part of the issue is this photo is slanting, so my brain keeps seeing this slant and it's like, draw them slanted! You totally want that. That's a little bit better. That's passable. I can be happy with that. I can do that. Yes. Alright. And oh, we were gonna put in the pillar. I almost forgot about the pillar. Do I want to put in the pillar? Pillar necessary. Does the pillar add anything? The pillar just detracts from the whole bit. Yeah, we're not gonna do the pillar. What I am gonna do select all these layers. And I'm gonna widen things out a little bit. Which is probably both the smarter and slightly objectively easy. I just wanted to open it up to the bathtub a little bit more, because that's going to be the focus where the mermaid is. It's not exactly the same as the photo, but it will be better. And let me know if the music's too loud. Someone last night said the music was too loud. I changed it then, but I don't know if I kept it changed. If I saved that volume setting. I don't want the bathtub all the way up against the outside, cause the edge of the piece, because then it'll create kind of like a very weird, almost like I'm boxing everything in, which I guess I am a little bit, but I like this little space to breathe. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Sound Guy. These lines just a little bit. I know it doesn't seem like it's very much extra space, but it matters and it makes sense. Is we're gonna take all of these layers and we're gonna merge them. I'm gonna drop them down to 50%. And color blue, which is a darker color. We're gonna go back and we're just gonna we're gonna retrace the lines that we want to keep. And then we'll add in the things like the faucet and maybe some background details that we like. I'm wondering if maybe I should then set bigger, wider. No, it's good. It's good. Okay. actually gonna zoom in so we get the oval of the bats at the ellipse is accurate to what I originally drew as possible, because ellipses are not fun to have to draw over and over and over. I want to make sure I get it right. Close to the first time as well. Now that you said that my audio needs to be better, I'm worried that you're not picking up on my mumbling. Pickling up on. Had tasty ramen for birthday. Had tasty oatmeal for breakfast. Oh, I'm sorry. Art has become quite the audio mixer. Likes to talk about how eventually someday, if we own a house, like we have a soundproof room with a soundproof padding, and then all of our audio will be perfect for our streams. Yeah. That's why I said someday if we own a house. That's the things you talk about you dream of having in your future house. I have other mermaid drawings that I'm working on for Mermaid that are like traditional sketches that I'm doing line art for. Huh? True soundproofing. Oh, yes. I assume so, or else like every garage rock band would have done that. They would have just taped egg cartons to the walls of their garage. I remember near my grandmother's house, they're like, I want to say miles away, probably a few miles. In the summertime, if I sat outside at like dusk, I could hear like one of the neighbors, like kids practicing with their rock band. I think she said it was the McDonald's farm. And I thought they were so cool. I was like, it's a garage band. Like when Nirvana started. They were not good. No, they were not. I was 13 and an idiot. Maybe they're still a band, and they're better now. Yep, when I was a teenager, my dream was, if I ever time traveled, was to go see Nirvana when they were still a garage band. And I'm kind of like, okay, sure, that's cool for the experience, but if I have time travel and I'm doing that, for one, no one's gonna believe that I did it. And for two, I don't think they were as good as the Nirvana that I've listened to from their concerts when they were back in their garage. I am gonna make the tub like a little bit, the circle, oval, ellipse part a little bit taller. Okay. I'm not gonna put the tiny candles. Ah! I wanted the... There we go. And I am also gonna do this on another layer on top so that I don't have to worry about erasing everything. Fix that. Like everything's in kind of like a straight line, so. Oh, last night, Gecko! If you're still here, we were talking about books I've been reading lately. And one of them is, I've been listening to a lot of Grady Hendrix. And he wrote horror stories. They're like scary stories. Good. Ow. I guess I need to uncross my legs while I sit in my computer chair so the blood can flow to my feet. I'm wondering if maybe I should move the faucet. Cause like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. You'll only be able to see a tiny part of the faucet. That's yeah, faucet. It's a little bit closer. It's just there we go. And I'm going to be drawing it from a different angle, so I'm not going to use the picture as much of as reference. Because it's at a weird angle. Look funky. Should not look that funky. There we go. Okay. I can't forget that we have to still draw in the perspective lines for our tiling. Little chunk of wall. I totally almost forgot. I could see the music going off for a minute, but I can't hear it. It was weird. not hot. Okay, breathe it. Pass right out. Probably erase some of the lines that are in here so that I can talk. But do you not see me drawing the drain or jacuzzi stuff? Because I don't want to. Okay. Okay. Now I am gonna start drawing the mermaid. I want her shoulders to kind of be. I'm starting with the shoulders because I want her to kind of be like in the tub. I'm starting with the shoulders and the torso, so I can use those to proportion out where the head is going to end up being. Even though I usually start with the head, usually because I just kind of draw free-floating characters. I can't tell if this bathtub is really big or my mermaid is really small. Like, I know it's a normal sized bathtub in the photo, but you know what, she fits, so it works out. Okay. I'm gonna redo this. But she's kind of squished up in the bathtub a little bit. As we all do when we get inside a bathtub. There's another, like I saved a bunch of reference pictures of cool bathrooms. This is not one of the cool bathrooms, this is one of the simple bathroom pictures I found on the internet over the past year. But I have them saved to a folder for environments for Mermaid for this exact purpose, and one of them is kind of linear perspective, straight, like over a bathtub and out like an open window. And I want to do that one next, but I want her to be kind of looking out the window, and instead of just a regular mermaid tail, it's like a sea dragon, like long Chinese dragon, but like sea water themed. So that would be really cool. I'm not basing them off of any real particular fish this year, though. I don't want the curve to be quite like that. And I want her fin kind of hanging out. Like it's curving up and hanging out. I guess it would be a little bit more of a hard curve and not kind of like the wiggly one I just did, because it has like spines. Fishtails usually have spines or like bones reinforcing them. I just don't want it sticking all the way out, because I did that for the main mermaid last year. I don't want to totally redo that one. Trying to imagine how I want this to go. Okay, I have a better idea of what I want now. Put like a ton of planning thought into this one, so I guess that's on me. I just wanted to have fun with it. Probably 4 short, some degree. These all kind of squished up. time we gotta draw the time it rolls. Trying to like imagine what they would look like just sitting in this position. She does have like her rib cage. Don't want to make them proportional. I think I accidentally made her hips too skinny. I want her to like be blowing bubbles. I don't like but it's excited. I don't like how the with how this tail is coming. Really concentrating. And I extend the tail. Still gonna have the fins start like up here. We'll just have them touching the dirty tile floor. As you know, when you're a mermaid, you let your tail touch the, because it's like feet. She's just so enraptured by the bubble, she doesn't even notice that her tail is on. I learned recently that ears are set at a kind of steep angle to the rest of our head. I knew they weren't like pointing straight up and down, or okay, my ears point pretty close to straight up and down. I've got elf ears. Apparently, regular human ears point like diagonally. Puffing out her cheeks, she's blowing bubbles. Would that even be good for mermaids? Because don't they partially breathe or at least absorb water that they're sitting in?
Would it be good for soap to be in there? I don't think you're supposed to put your fish in with soap, are you? I think with like dial antibacterial soap, like super diluted. If your fish has got it's called ick, and it's when they get like air bubbles trapped around their fin, and it because of mold. I had a roommate who like bred and sold tropical fish. Sucked as a roommate, and he didn't like his fish either. His fish were not why he was a bad roommate. Let's give her long, flowing mermaid hair. Right, because mermaid hair is supposed to be impossibly long. Or, well, I guess if there's gonna be like water like up to here, the hair would be floating. Now what? Little bit. Little bit. Ooh. I guess this part of her tail is technically out of the water. Piles. I'm just adding more and more hair as things continue. She just gets to have all the hair. the shape of bubbles, guys. No, it's not. I am not happy. Bubbles like to take up space in baths where there is little to no movement. Due to this, the habitat of bubbles is usually found along the rim of bathtubs during bubble baths. But some brave bubbles will venture out past the limits of their brethren. Try and inhabit the more dangerous areas. Lighten. I want to see a nature documentary about the nature of bubbles. Not a science one. Talk about them like they're living. I just don't want it to be like a huge bubbly bubble bath. Just bubbly enough where it's like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. These bubbles shouldn't just make them appear out of nowhere by magic. She's also a mermaid. Mermaids can do that. Who knows? Does that seem like enough bubbles? I think that seems like enough bubbles. Okay, now I'm going to take a brief pause. It's safe to take a brief pause. I can go use the restroom. I will be right back. decided not to is technically nice. Now we get to do the fun part where we add decorations. How dare you? Now I have to go get some, don't I? I will later. I just have echo. I don't want these walls to be like super plain and boring. But they're gonna be super plain and boring probably. I guess I could put in like a boat, like a thing. What are they called? Picture! Hang on. Yes. I know I didn't put them all at the same like perspective. I know that I based it mostly around it's good. But I guess it wouldn't technically be out of perspective to do that. Oh, but who puts a picture in their shower? Forgetting that people like shower. Living in an apartment with a bathtub exclusively for long. Could put a window there, but again, go in their shower. I feel like an interior decorator is having a hard time placing an object. Alright. But like a start. Great. There we go. I'm trying to think of like other marine life that could survive kind of in open air. Do some like seashells? Frogs? Frogs? Are there ocean frogs? Tell me, are there saltwater ocean frogs? I didn't think there were. No, ocean frog. Okay, I didn't think so. I was about to be really confused. I was like, I'm pretty sure frogs can only be freshwater based on how their breathing works, how they breathe and absorb water through their skin. But at the same time, maybe there's not like a ton of ocean stuff with her. Maybe she just came from the ocean. Who wants to bring that stuff back with you? I know. But like, big shampoo bottle right here. Little spigot. Yeah. And we put another one, like right here, that has fallen over. And it is open. Dripping. Problem. What other kinds of things people have in their bathrooms and showers? All I'm thinking of is just dozens of shampoo and conditioner bottles, because is what I have. I don't know if a mermaid would need that many, especially if she just lets the product drip on the floor. I guess there would be like one of those brush things that people use to scrub themselves with. I'm wondering if I want to put it there. If I want to put it. actually not cook off. I'm gonna make it slightly bowed. It's either made to be that way or it is warped with age, because those things are usually made out of wood, and that's not very practical for something that's supposed to be in a damp area most of the time. Oh look, I had to draw another ellipse. Oh look, I think I made it too bent out of shape. I did. I have a better idea. I'm gonna draw a little crab. Most realistic crab you've ever seen, I know. But wait, there's more. There's his little crab leg. And got his big crab arm. Up. Got his little crab arm. Also up. It is carrying away the brush. Why is he carrying it away? I don't know. Saw it and decided it was his. We're gonna take him. Right. Here. Oh. We're gonna actually like, right? Okay. Like partially off the yeah. Actually, I want to move him again. Oh, do not want to zoom in. Let's throw in like some pieces of seaweed. I'm just worried that I'm like making it too busy, but it's also so empty over here. But I think it's just because I haven't like put in the tiling yet. Okay. Place art here. I don't like the sun very much. Okay. Take this down to like, oh, no, let's leave it at 12 right now, so. Post is gonna. Put this on. I'm really glad you like it so far. Try harmony. Is what color is green? That's what the title of that song was. That was not. No. What color is green? It's green. 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 Okay. Tile floors are hard to draw, guys. It's like ceilings. Ceilings are also really hard to draw. Okay. Oh, no, not fixing yet. This back down to 20. Song. I'm going to get rid of that whole album on my playlist. That song. So I'm like drawing this faucet just now, and I'm like, I hope this will turn out good when I'm done with it. I wonder what it'll look like when I'm done. And then here it is. But I get to see it every step of the way and literally envision what it will look like when it's done. I don't know why I'm asking myself that question. I just came up with this joke, and I can't believe I didn't do it earlier when Gakko said that everyone was watching, because I imagine I'm either on a tablet or maybe hooked up to the TV. Hi, Mom! I'm on TV! I'm funny, damn it. I'm still laughing at that joke. I'm laughing at my own joke. Fight me. I make sure that, like, this is at water level. Right water level. Oh. There. Bless you. Bless. Now I'm actually gonna clear this. This. Then back down here so I can erase things. Oh, my dad. I know my dad is watching too, but like the joke is that like somebody holds up the sign and they're like, hi, Mom. I'm on TV. Hi, Dad. I'm on TV. Hello, everyone watching anonymously on the internet. I remember like one New Year's watching New Year's in Times Square and someone did have a sign that said, hi, Mom, I'm on TV, as they sat in the back. That's an insane thing to do on New Year's. It was like, hey, you know this holiday where people regularly either spend intimately at home with their significant others or their cats and wish in the new year, hoping for good things, and then the kissing at midnight thing. Well, instead of doing that, or even going to a friend's party, what if instead we stood outside in the cold, jam-packed butt to gut to a bunch of strangers we don't know, while wearing adult diapers. And let's do that. Let's celebrate. Let's bring in the new year in adult diapers in a smelly, dirty, cold place where everyone's being really loud and fighting to get on camera for less than 5 seconds of intro time. No? Doesn't sound like a fantastic time to everyone? Yeah, apparently you essentially have to wear an adult diaper. You cannot leave your spot, even if you wanted to. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that, like, they have been, not censoring, starts with an S, and it means to, if they were lying about the statistics of people getting trampled to death on New Year's in Times Square. Welcome to the stream. Pretty much. Ah! And merge them into one. He was number one. Okay. I should probably be labeling these, but I'm not going to right now. I usually do. I'm usually very strict about like the whole labeling everything, but I haven't today. Okay. We are again gonna start with our organic shape. That's what you call shapes with curved lines. I'm gonna bring my pencil up. There we go. My legs. How puffed out cheeks look like, right? Quick, ask the person next to you to puff out their cheeks so you can check. That was something we would do in my art classes all the time, in high school, where our teacher was like, if you're not sure what something looks like as we were drawing it when we were learning how to do faces, he's like, ask your neighbor and stare at them. So we would do that sometimes. We'd be like, hey, I'm gonna make up a name because I can't remember anymore. Jacqueline, say ah with your eye, and she'd open her eyes up really, really wide so we could like check, I don't even know, sphericalness of the eyeball, I guess. I know they look kind of cartoonish and not realistic. I think I made her chin a little bit. Been told that people don't normally have pointed ears. I found this out because people keep confusing my human figure drawings for elves. And I was like, your ears don't come to a little bit of a point at the end? No? That's me? Alright. Cool! Trying to remember how thumbs work. Thumbs go on the outside of your hand. Remember where knuckles are. Remember, kids, you don't always have to draw all the fingers. Because sometimes you can't see all of them. Oh, this is not. Okay. They make your hands too long? Baby. There we go. What was I saying before I had to redraw the fingers a little bit because they messed up the hand? Yes, you don't have to always draw all of the fingers. Because you can't always see all of your fingers. So you should definitely not draw wrists that way. I only recently found out that this part of your arm is longer than this part of your arm. I always thought that this part was longer because it was on top, I guess. Well, because of the wrist bone, this part is slightly longer. Wait a minute. No. Oh. I'm not enjoying this. Not a good time right here. This arm bit. And this song is not. I made this playlist. How did these songs that are not good get in here? That is about how long I think that would be. This. There we go. I guess. And then this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That looks like the right amount of foreshortening and proportions. Maybe it's a little bit off, but that's okay. Okay. Does your face ever just start to hurt? Like your cheek muscles are like, you haven't talked enough today. So now we're gonna hurt from not being used for 8 hours. Like, okay, that's, thank you. am I doing? Makes it look like a foot. What have I done? There we go. Sometimes just flipping the canvas make it easier to do things. I think the water comes up to about there. The elbows are probably a little bit in water. Like looking at my own belly rolls, like near my belly button right now, to make sure I got them right. I did. I know that I usually end at 10, and it is 3 minutes to 10, but I really want to get this last like sketch layer done. I'm gonna keep going until this purple layer is done. Or until I get too tired to move. Bonus stream time! Huzzah! Water would come to about on. I just thought you were really, really excited. Now I find out you're not as excited. Heartbroken. Pains me. Not yelling with excitement. You hurt Sneak him. Wound me. Kind of looks like a robot face now. Yep, it's like feel like this is the eye, and this is the mouth, and these are the edges of the face.
More sketch layers I have.
more I add bubbles. I've essentially made her a bubble gun. She's no longer a mermaid. She is now the keeper of bubbles, the spreader of joy. Alright, and now I'm tired. All it takes is like 10 minutes past 10 o'clock, and my brain's like, alright, it's bedtime. So there was 10 extra minutes of content. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Thank you, Gakko the Pony. Thank you to my parents, my grandparents, my uncle, my aunts, and my cousins and my brother for tuning in. Thank you, Tryhard. Thank you to everyone who tuned in but weren't in chat. Thank you to my Patreons, Gakko the Pony, Livid Lemming, and Team Fixerus. If you want to see some of my other work, you can find it on my Instagram, right there on the screen at Gingersnap Draws. I also try and post speed paints kind of regularly at my YouTube channel on Gingersnap Draws. And hopefully I will see you guys again next Friday. Alright? Bye!
Thank you.